Welcome back, Sports Biz Campers. This is your host here, Christian, back with Candace for her Chalk Talk interview. So, Candace, this will be broken into 4 quarters since we are in sports and entertainment. Jumping right into our preseason, we'll start off with your name, where you work, and where you're from, as well as your official job title.
Hi, my name's Candace. I'm originally from New York City, and I work in Boston. And I am a corporate partnerships associate at Good Sports.
Perfect. So, what is one aspect of working in sports do you appreciate the most?
I love working in sports because you can see that people come together, people get excited. I think it can break a lot of barriers, which I love a lot. So it's just really cool to work in an organization where people are really passionate about sports.
I know you are a former tennis athlete and rugby star. So when you were younger, what did you initially want to do with your career?
I was a little all over the place. I was really interested in like journalism and politics. Also thought about teaching, but kind of settled on sports just because it's something I've done all my life and it's made a big difference in my life. So I wanted to kind of pay it forward and make a difference in other people's lives.
So who or what experience gave you your first break into the sports industry?
Actually, it was my sophomore year of college, like one of my first internships. I was at New York Parks and Recreation, and I got to work under David Dees, who does all the adaptive sports programming. So that's working with kids and adults with physical and mental disabilities. And I got to learn so much and made me really passionate about the way he was using sport to make a difference and make a change. So that got me really hooked in the sport nonprofit space.
Speaking to your point of sport being a difference maker in people's lives, what was like a favorite project that you've had that you've gotten to work on throughout your career?
So when I was at Astle Green, I got to recruit all the corporate volunteers for that event, get all the in-kind food donations. I worked on the exhibition show, so got 6 exhibition divers from across the country to come and lend their time. And it was just really cool seeing all that work come together because that was like 6 months of hard work. And it was like their biggest fundraising event, like the most money they've raised so far. So it was really cool to be a part of that experience.
Perfect. So transitioning into your role today at Good Sports, if a student were to shout at you today, what would they see you doing on your day-to-day?
They would see me responding to a lot of emails and being on my phone a lot because the main part of my job is just to communicate to organizations and make sure that they get the equipment that they need. And then, I also sometimes have meetings and work on partnerships, but the bulk of my job is communicating with organizations.
Perfect. So you sound like a really busy woman. What are 2 aspects of your job that are most satisfying?
Well, since I talk to organizations all the time, I love talking to the leaders of the organizations. They're super duper inspiring. And then it's really great because, we give out surveys just to gauge like how the equipment has made a difference. And sometimes people are able to start like whole new sports and add like a bunch of kids to their program. So I love hearing stories like that.
What is one skill that has helped you succeed in your professional sports career?
I would say patience because things often don't go as you plan. For me, it's been really helpful to like not be too hard on myself and just to keep moving, keep pushing. Sometimes people are really busy and they'll get back to you, but just learning to let all that go and keep pushing and doing your job.
Rounding off in the playoffs this time, I'm going to end off with some powerful career advice for our high school students. So, Candace, if you could go back and tell your high school self one piece of advice, what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself to, I guess I would say like to not be shy about reaching out to people. I found that people are generally really nice and willing to help. And, I learned this once I was in college and like just trying to reach out to people for advice or learn about what they did. But, a lot of people are willing to make time, so don't be afraid to reach out and ask questions.
After attending the camp, what is the very next step that high school students should take to eventually be in a position like yours one day?
I think like sport nonprofit, it's great because there are a lot of different entry points, right? Of course, you can look at local organizations and see if they're looking for volunteers. You can also coach, and I've seen a lot of coaches kind of transition into full-time roles. So I would just say, like, start researching, see if there are organizations that you're interested in, if you're passionate about their mission, and then, if anything, see if there's any way you can help them, because people are always looking for help.
Perfect. Well, I want to thank you for helping us today and spending your time with us. Sports Biz Campers, be on the lookout for more content. We have a bunch more industry professionals such as Candace coming up, so stay tuned for that. So we'll end it off with some deuces to you guys. Stay tuned.
Hey, thank you so much.